Well, hello YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. This is the Rebel Turner here, and today we're going to be showing you what's behind me. So, stick around and see how we achieve that. Well, hello my friends, welcome back to my shop. Furtado here. With this, let's get started. Bring it to the lathe and see what I got. I got a little log over here. This log is about 7 inches tall. Sorry, my measurements are off. 6 inches tall, and it's about 5.5 inches diameter overall. And that's a good size to make one of those decent looking ones, but not oversized. The last ones I was trying to make something quite a bit larger, and you know, I didn't succeed. But this piece seems to be a little bit more solid going towards the middle than what I was working with. It's from the same wood, same tree, but it seems to be a little bit more solid towards the middle. So I'm going to start this up. I'm in between centers and just mount it up against my jaws. I'm going to go in here, start shaping this up and make a tenon pretty quick over here on this side so I can lock it up, and I'll make as a good size tenon because I got my 100mm jaws. Speed, I'm going to run it at about 600 RPMs to start off with. Okay, but I definitely want to bring this quite a bit down, more than this. Now, I want to see is how far these wings are in reference to this one. And when I move things around, it's because I'm not happy. I know what's going to happen if I leave this exactly this way. So what I want to do is I want to move this closer to me, so I take a little bit more of the bark on this area to make up for the amount of bark I'm taking on that area. So I just turn it and pull it over about a 1/4 inch or so, at least a 1/4 inch towards me. And what that's doing is that brings that point a lot closer for my cutting tool. So I will be digging up over here more and not to dig up over there at all. And I'll catch up to where it's all uniform again, but not where it sits right now. So now you can see that I'm much more uniform with how far these things loop over. So I just got to take a little bit more so I can get rid of this area which I haven't touched with my tool yet, and we'll be there. And I love when these inclusions go through, by the way. Okay, that's shaping up pretty well. Now these edges, I try to keep them sharp to the edging of the bark. Still have to come off a little bit here to take off the square edge that's here and here, and let this fall into the natural contours of the piece. I gotta go still in here a little bit more in this area as well and get a little bit thinner on this bark, or I have to shave it out from the outside, and I might do that as soon as I get to this bark to where I need it. Now when I'm doing this, going in there, and I know I've shown this before, but it's important that my tool is not engaged. When I'm doing this, It's important that my field is not engaged on an upright position. It's important that by the time I get to get outside, I'm almost perfectly perpendicular or vertical to the pole. I keep rotating it until these rings top and bottom are catching up with my piece on the outside. If I go anywhere like this, it's definitely going to catch up, make a cut, and blow my piece away. Well, by applying a little bit of CA all around the bark, the color of the bark really stands out, and you're not going to sand it out completely. You will be somewhat buffing it up, and that will be a highlight of the piece. I do that quite a bit. I used to do it actually a lot more often than I have been lately. So I'm doing that again, and showing you the advantage of just throwing a little bit of CA on the bark and see how far it goes. Now this is only sanded to 80 grit. I got a lot of sanding to do here, but I want to cut this down where I filled it up with sawdust. It was separated. I like the inclusions, but I don't want this piece to fly off and interfere with my rim on this piece. Now this piece, I think I'm going to have a little twist to it for the end, and you'll have to stick around and see what I do with the bottom. I'm going to use a little bit of this Yorkshire grit with 1200 grit fine steel wool, and I want to see how it works in this fashion. Like I've said many times, don't be afraid to try something different. Guarantee this will be a super finish on this. Well, that does look pretty good. The steel wool iodide, almost like put an ebony on the top of the piece, which really makes it look nice. Gives the wood a whole completely different look. Now, you've seen me do this a few times, and I think it's worthy of a mounting system for when you want to put something up like this. You got a mount that's close to the size of your drawers, whatever size you're working with. You can always fit it out here or inside there and flatten it up, and just don't apply a lot of pressure. All you want is to get a decent grip on it, and it will always be true. So I'm going to true up this outside edge, which I had a little bit of a break off over here, and I'm going to hollow this so this becomes an upside down bowl as well as an upside right side up. Well, this one was somewhat of a success. And again, each one will always be different, both on how you turn the underneath, how you address the inside, and what the odd shapes of the wood are as you put it on your lathe. A little bit of an adjustment sometimes is needed so you can at least get these edges hanging down about the same amount. Not exactly the same amount. Well, I don't want the same amount. That's why the more irregular I find the woods to be, the more I like the piece. Now, I didn't make a lid or anything for this, but what I did do is I allowed this to also be displayed as an upside down piece. Not nearly as interesting as this. As a matter of fact, forget that upside down look. This is the look that I'm looking for. This is the way the piece gets displayed. this is the product firsthand. It's a nice, different type of piece that makes a nice display. Well, don't forget, if you like it, give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends. They might like it too. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you soon.